correctly. It was a long journey.
It was a long journey.
To be in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the holy...
Baptized? A Saracen?
And I will tell
What
you
is in
again,
this book will not help me more than the answers
she
I can
is a
find in my
true
own
miracle
heart.
that will change your life.
That's not
as
fit for a
she
shrine.
changed
And I
mine.
think there's someone snoring in there.
Many bore witness
Strange.
to her miracle
Nothing sacred.
before it dawned upon me. She wanted to go home, but where?
There is much to
It
contemplate,
came to me
but
in
not
a
now.
dream. It was Kingsbridge. You must wonder, why was Kingsbridge chosen to be the home of the Holy Virgin? She said, "You shall..." So we set off, with the blessing of Archbishop
They look
Theobald of
almost like
Canterbury.
horses.
And I will tell you again,
Hollow.
she is a
Feels like a
true
wicker
miracle
basket covered in
that will
pelt.
change your life as she changed mine.
Do you speak English?
No English, no campandare, no.
Oh, what's this? I think you might have stepped into horse dung.
What? Where?
No English, is it?
Just un poco, si.
Could you talk to this man, Martha?
Yes, it's strange. He was quite talkative just a moment ago. He told me he was from Damascus in Africa.
Isn't Damascus in Arabia?
There's one in Africa too, I'm sure.
Why are you pretending you can't speak English?
No inglese, melada.
Many bore witness to her
Have they revealed the miracle yet?
Not yet.
before it dawned upon me.
Jonathan?
They're about to show the miracle. Look.
She wanted to go home, but where? It came to me in a... You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. The weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized
Don't you want to
Saracen
see
was
the
her
miracle
former
too?
guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Why are you hiding?
A Saracen. I could have continued to carry her from town to town until my flesh succumbed. But this was not her. But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, can you feel it? Brothers and sisters, you are about to witness a miracle. The Madonna knows how you have suffered. The Virgin Mother had to witness the rise and fall of her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and never stopped believing. Kingsbridge has endured many hardships. Prior James left you before his time when you needed him the most. Your old cathedral was burned to the ground.
How do you know this?
And your new one collapsed even before construction was finished. You have suffered the ruthless destruction of
Siema,
your
Littlefoot.
market, homes, and lives.
Dada.
All of you have lost husbands, wives, and children, family and friends.
Dada.
All of you know how it is to be hungry and afraid.
Jack. Aliena.
Philip,
But this is...
a miracle, isn't it? Or something along those lines.
But how?
We thought it was time to give Tommy a home.
The boy? Your boy?
Well, Philip, do you recognize him? Our little Tommy?
Tommy? But... It's been almost 3 years since I last saw you, Jack. Where on earth did you find him?
I'd almost given up looking for him. Then Tommy found him.
And you decided to come back.
Well, this is our home, after all.
Then what on earth is all this? This miracle?
With the Madonna, we were able to collect donations for your priory and for Kingsbridge.
Really?
We can start anew. We can rebuild the cathedral.
What's the catch?
I'll get to be master builder.
Why?
I've studied the cathedrals, churches, and houses they build in France and Spain. I saw how different their constructions were, with new shapes, colors, and ideas. Oh, you should have seen it. They combined rib vaulting and pointed arches. I want to do that. That's why.
Why here?
Because this is home.
The townspeople probably think that's enough to build a whole cathedral. But to me, it looks like about £100. You know, that won't even pay for a year's work.
Like all of this, it's a symbol. Enough for a fresh start.
O, już
The
dawno.
Madonna will stay here. Kingsbridge will attract visitors and donations again.
You mean I should be thankful for these lies and tricks?
Jack! Aliena! You came back!
We wanted to see you, little sister.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. But look at you! And the little one!
Nope.
Tommy,
How are the others?
Alfred left Kingsbridge. Richard shows up every now and then, and Ellen returned to the forest.
we need to visit her.
What's wrong, Mother?
I'm glad you're back.
I am too. Very glad.
She looks like she's about to cry. She will weep for your suffering, Kingsbridge. She knows your pain.
What now?
The miracle.
Skąd taka decyzja? Miałem już problemy, żeby rozczesywać włosy, więc stwierdziłem, że czas najwyższy już.
Eyes are wet.
She's crying.
Look at her.
They're shining.
She cannot hold her tears any longer.
She is made of wood. It's impossible.
Why are you weeping?
She is mute ever since her husband died.
The Madonna has suffered as I have. She understands.
Cud. Przemówiła.
It seems through her faith in all of your lies, Mary has found a miracle. We can't keep trying to repair Kingsbridge by ourselves. Things are not improving. We're struggling to keep things as they are.
But we can't afford to hire help.
Without farming and fairs, we're back to Prior James's time.
All these past years, my advice was good enough for you. But it appears you've changed your mind now, again.
It is time we started doing something to wake up and make Kingsbridge what it used to be. We did before, and we can do it again.
I'm not willing to accept a risk like that. Don't you remember what happened last time? My, how easily we forget.
I remember well.
And still, you put your trust into a group of random strangers to make things better. Philip, why in God's name have you stood by and let this happen? They're tricking us into giving them money for false idols.
They are giving us money.
So that we'll place this idol in our priory? Do you approve of this?
People need hope, and these travelers are giving them hope. Yes, it is a deception, but with good intentions. Mary speaks again. Is that not a true miracle?
You fell for them. You really did. and now you joyfully take part in their deceptions. I'm warning you. I cannot support a prior who tolerates heresy.
O, herezja.
Your threat won't sway me. No matter how unconventional, their return and their gift are a blessing.
You made your decision, Philip of Gwynedd. And now, I make mine. I resign. I'm leaving the priory.
To spadaj na drzewo i nie wracaj nigdy. Kanale jedna wenecka. O, także ten... Szybko, krótko
You got
i
so
zwięźle.
big, Tommy. And you're just as shy as your father was.
Don't let him fool you. Usually, he's always up to something.
Tom would have been proud of you. Of both of you.
Is she still here?
Hmm?
Tom's wife.
Oh, no. Martha and I moved her to Kingsbridge. She's with Tom now. He always wanted that.
Ellen, we found Jack's family in Cherbourg.
The place he came from wasn't Cherbourg, it was Cherbourg.
Really? What were they like?
They were good people.
His grandmother said Jack looked just like him, like his father.
He does. But they never came for him or asked about him.
They thought he was dead. His ship sunk. He'd always wanted to go to England.
Have you ever heard of the White Ship?
No.
The king's family drowned.
My father was there. He was the only one who survived.
Not for long.
You told me that he was accused of stealing a chalice.
Yes. But I know he was innocent. I heard the story and had to find out what he looked like. He told me his name. I fell in love. I helped him escape. But in the end, they caught up with us.
What happened then?
They hanged him. I was there. And you were there, Jack. But you weren't born yet. He was led to the gallows. Everyone was quiet. The people somehow knew he was not a thief. But I knew for sure. He told me. He was so afraid. He didn't want to die. I didn't want him to die. And I prayed. Then I heard his voice. Quiet.
Sang sweeter than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never. No! No!
You said that 3 men were responsible for Father's death.
Who were they?
The Sheriff of Shiring, Percy Hamley, Prior James of Kingsbridge, and Archdeacon Waileran Bygod. They showed no mercy. Neither did I. I curse you! All of you! He will return to haunt you! One day, you will be judged for what you did. Your houses shall be consumed by fire. Your life shall end in pain and agony. You shall grow old in sadness and regret. The people they killed will return to haunt them. I promised them.
No, i obietnicy trzeba dotrzymać. O tak, o tak.
We welcome our new prior Remigius. He helped to recover the bones of the Saint of Kingsbridge, Adolphus, from the hands of thieves. Adolphus already rests safely in this great cathedral of Shiring. Our master builder Alfred promised me that it will only be a matter of a few years until the cathedral will be finished. And the Earl of Shiring has promised to support us. But he has not done so for himself. No, the Earl is not a selfish man. His mother, Lady Hamley, is sick. More and more, I feel the whole of England is suffering from a sickness. The sickness of war, poverty, and most of all, heathen beliefs. I have spoken to God. I asked him, begged him to walk amongst us, to heal us. But God told me that only when this great cathedral is finished will he have a temple to reside in. No matter the cost, this shall be a towering castle to protect us from evil and false beliefs. With this cathedral, we will bring an end to the dark times.
Waileran, by God!
Jack? What are you doing here?
My father died by your hands, Waileran. His name was Jacques Cherbourg.
How dare you talk to the bishop like that?
He died right here!
Who are you?
I know that man. He's that bastard from Kingsbridge.
That man is my husband.
You?
All of you, listen to what we have to say. From now on, Kingsbridge is protected.
By our knights, by our walls, and by the word of the king.
So whatever you do, we will defend our town, our market and fulling mills.
And our cathedral, which we shall rebuild. All workers are invited to come and work for us.
Oh, preposterous.
If you so much as try to bring harm to us, Bishop, we will make sure that you pay for everything you did.
Nice. Pięknie. Pięknie. Drugi rozdział trzeciej księgi zakończony. Nice, nice, nice. No tak, jak tam u ciebie, Little Foot? Jak tam, wyspany? Niewyspany? Który dzisiaj wstałeś? Tak coś wcześnie w sumie, jakby nie patrzeć. Chyba, że znowu leżysz.
It had been 3 years. 3 years of drought. 3 years of hunger and poverty. England was brought to its knees. Only our walls had kept us safe from the bands of outlaws raiding towns and villages. Bishop Waileran and William Hamley forced the workers to finish their cathedral in Shiring. Many had died. The work on our own cathedral had almost come to a halt. 4 weeks the storm had raged on. It was then that our cathedral gave up its last secret.
O, znowu pękało?
And everything changed.
Znowu w tym samym miejscu, ciekawe.
Tom, I don't think you would have liked the sight of this. I don't think you would have liked the sight of this at all. I know, you'd not planned the cathedral to be that high. But I reinforced the walls, like in Saint Denis. The storm shouldn't be that much of a problem. But if it's not the storm, then what is it?
Ustawiam się na groźnie zawalenia. Dlaczego? Co jest źródłem problemu? Jej. Właśnie. Oh shit.
No. I don't want to break more stones loose.
Nice, dobra.
One day, people will fly, like birds, sailing on the wind. Rashid told me.
Rushi told me. Rushi.
The vaulting is cracked.
Dobra, zaraz zobaczymy co i jak. Trzeba jeszcze sobie nalać co nieco. Piczku.
If I make it worse, then we'll at least know what the problem is. All right. One more time. If the vaulting were unstable, this part would have collapsed and the wall would retract. The cause of the problem is not up here.
No właśnie.
Tom,
Gdzie?
what would you have done now? When we erected the eastern wall 17 years ago, there was also a crack. Yes. No matter what we did, it always came back. But this is not the same wall. We rebuilt it. But the cause could have been the same in both cases. The crypt!
Tak jest, the crypt.
Yes, Tom. You kept the whole foundation there as it was. But it never had to carry this much weight before. That's it. The problem must be down there.
Ah.
They were enraged. Bishop Henry thinks that the Pope should hear about what you wrote.
I think so too. I would be honored if he read my book.
Philip, I really am worried about you.
There is no need for you to worry, Jonathan. It is just a book.
The problem is that the people love your sermons and what you wrote, even though most of them can't read. Your book is being copied in priories all over England.
Is that not a good thing, if our message gives people hope?
In desperate times, hope can be a powerful force.
That is very true.
Well, I fear the bishops. They might come to believe you took that power from them.
Huh? Do you?
Boska dusza. Dzieło Filipa. Okej.
Jack!
Have you been atop the cathedral during the storm?
Don't worry, Philip. The storm isn't as bad up there.
You shouldn't be up there risking your life. You should be with your children, Sally and Tommy have been asking for their parents all morning.
No proszę.
The storm is tearing our east wall apart. If the storm works, I work. Jonathan, did you and the others come directly from Winchester?
Yes, we did.
What about Aliena?
She stayed a day longer for the fleece fair. She should be on her way back now.
In this storm?
We didn't expect it to get worse.
No one did.